Welcome, Mystic Seekers. Tonight, we descend into one of the oldest stories humanity has ever whispered, older than Egypt, older than Sumer, older even than the written word itself. We've been told that gods made us, guided us, watched over us. But in the myths carved into the first stones of civilization, one god didn't want to rule humanity. He wanted to erase it. Across ancient tablets, crumbling papyri, and oral myths passed through deserts and mountains. Fragments tell of a being who tried to bury the human race, not in fire or flood, but in forgetfulness. Who was this god of oblivion? Why did he seek to unwrite creation itself? And what hidden warning lies buried in this myth that still haunts the human mind today? Long before the story of Noah, before Zeus or Odin or Yahweh, there was the world of the Sumerians, the first civilization to name their gods. In their cuneiform records, one deity stands apart. Enlil, the Lord of Wind, the god of authority and command. According to the Sumerian Atrahasis epic canon, Enlil grew weary of humankind's noise. Their cities, their prayers, their endless songs disturbed the divine peace. So he conspired to erase them. But his chosen weapon wasn't war, it was silence. He sent drought, then plague, then famine. Each time, humanity clung to life, remembering. So finally, he released the great flood to wash away every trace of man. But one man, Atrahasis, remembered too well. And in remembering, he survived. Pause. The god failed not because his flood wasn't mighty, but because memory endures in the heart of survivors. But this wouldn't be the last god to make war against remembrance. After the flood, other civilizations echoed the same archetype, a god who regrets humanity's existence. In the Greek world, that god was Kronos, the devourer of his children. He didn't just destroy flesh, he devoured legacy. He feared being replaced, forgotten, eclipsed. To devour one's children is to devour memory, to ensure that no future can remember you differently. And yet, even Kronos was betrayed by time itself. His son Zeus overthrew him, ensuring that memory and rebellion could never fully die. Perhaps that is the curse of all divine rulers. They wish to be remembered as perfect, yet fear being remembered at all. In Egypt, the god Thoth, was said to write the names of all beings in the Book of Life. But hidden in the temple scrolls of Hermopolis's interpretation, there's mention of another unnamed deity, who erased those names. He was called only the devourer of words. Where Thoth created permanence, this god created absence. He didn't strike men dead. He removed their names, their stories, their lineages until even the stars that bore their destinies were wiped from the heavens. To the Egyptians, this was the true death knot of the body, but of memory itself. And in a world where being remembered was a path to eternity, oblivion was the deepest hell. Among the ruins of Nineveh, archaeologists discovered fragments of a lost myth believed to have been banned by temple priests, speculative. It spoke of a god who cursed mankind, not by destroying their world, but by erasing their past. The story tells of Nomtar, the bringer of fate. When he saw humans begin to record their own histories, he grew jealous, terrified that they could define destiny without the gods. So he commanded the winds to scatter their writings, their languages, their memories. But something went wrong. Humanity, though broken and confused, began to rewrite. From that day forward, the gods could no longer control history-only myth. And that may be the greatest rebellion humanity ever achieved, the power to remember in our own way.
In Through the Looking Glass 1871, the sequel, Kara shifts the stage from the rabbit hole to the mirror. Mirrors are portals, not just in myth, but in mysticism. They divide the self. Alice steps through the reflection and finds a world reversed left becomes right. Time moves backward. Chess pieces come alive. Here, Kara plays with duality, good and evil, logic and chaos, self and shadow. In Jungian terms, the mirror represents individuation. The painful recognition of one's opposite. Alice meets her own reflection. a symbolic confrontation with the unconscious self. She must move across the chessboard, square by square, to become a queen, to reclaim sovereignty over her divided mind. But what happens when a dreamer takes the throne? Symbols of alchemy run through every chapter. The drink me potion and eat me cake recall the alchemist's search for transmutation, consuming elements to transform the body and soul. The caterpillar smoking a hookah sits atop a mushroom, the ancient symbol of altered consciousness, of death and rebirth. The constant shifting of size, growing and shrinking, mirrors the alchemical process of solbe et coagula, dissolution and recombination. To some occult interpretations, Alice's journey is a map of spiritual awakening disguised as a child's dream. The rabbit hole is descent. The tea party is chaos. The Queen's court is the trial. The awakening is rebirth, a hidden manual for the soul, masked as madness. But behind the symbols lies the man himself and his own descent. Carol's relationship with reality was as fragile as Wonderland's logic. He was shy, withdrawn, haunted by stammers and spiritual doubt. His friendship with Alice Liddell became the center of his creative world and the source of later controversy as scholars debated whether his affection crossed moral boundaries. Perhaps Wonderland was his escape or his confession, a world where he could fragment himself into the hatter, the rabbit, the cat, all the self-society would never allow him to be. In creating a dream for Alice, Carol may have built a cage for his own sanity. Innocence in Wonderland is not safety. It's vulnerability. Alice's curiosity, the traits we are told to admire, becomes the very thing that traps her. Every question leads deeper into chaos. Every answer births new riddles. It's the eternal paradox of knowledge. The closer you come to truth, the more it dissolves. Perhaps Carol's greatest revelation wasn't about madness at all, but about the cost of awakening. To see the world as it is, one must first fall from the comfort of logic.
In early Gnostic traditions, especially the Asterisk Apocryphon of John Asterisk Canon, a being named Yaldabaoth Asterisk creates the world out of ignorant sand, then blinds humanity to their divine origin. He doesn't destroy us, he makes us forget what we are. The Gnostics believed that every human carries a spark of divine memory, buried under the weight of false creation. To remember was rebellion, to awaken was blasphemy. And so the God who tried to erase humanity was not only external, it lived within us, whispering doubt, keeping us asleep. Across cultures, the theme repeats like an echo through time. The gods give life and then try to reclaim it through forgetting. In Norse myth, Odin sacrifices his eye to drink from the well of Mimir, the well of memory. He learns that wisdom demands remembering even the pain the gods wish to erase. But Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, comes when all memory is lost, when even the gods forget their purpose. In every myth, forgetting is not peace. It's the prelude to chaos. From a psychological view interpretation, these myths reflect our ancient fear of insignificance. To forget is to die twice. We fear that one day, no one will know we existed, not even ourselves. The god of erasure is not just divine, his symbolic of entropy, of time itself. Every passing second erases a part of what once was. And so, we invent stories of gods who hate us, when perhaps they are simply the mirror of our own fading reflection. But that's the cruelty of memory, it's both our greatest gift and our longest punishment. In ancient Greece, there was once a cult known as the Lithians, followers of the river Lethe, the stream of forgetfulness in the underworld. Their ritual was not remembrance, it was oblivion. They believed enlightenment came from unlearning the world. To them, memory was the true prison. And the god they served and named, Faceless, was said to feed on the moments people abandoned forever. Even in forgetting, humanity seeks meaning. Even in erasure, we try to leave a trace. That paradox may be what keeps us human. One of the strangest modern parallels appears in the 19th century myth revival movement, speculative. Writers like Bulwer-Lytton and Blavatsky spoke of the Akashic records, divine library of all human thought. But hidden in those esoteric teachings is a warning: if knowledge can be recorded, it can also be asterisk deleted. Asterisk, the god of erasure, they claimed, still exists not in temples, but in time itself. Each extinction, each lost language, each burned librarian, other act of divine forgetting. We call it history, but perhaps it's something darker. The truth, mystic seekers, is that no ancient god ever truly erased humanity. We've done that ourselves every time we rewrite history to fit our comfort. Every time we silence voices that don't fit the narrative. The God who tried to erase humanity didn't vanish. He became us. Every generation forgets the last, believing itself the first. And yet, something within us always remembers the ache, the echo, the dream of a world before forgetting. And that is why the myth endures. Because as long as someone tells the story, we are never fully gone. This myth, like many others, is not about wrath but about asterisk memory as power. Asterisk, those who control memory, control identity. In Sumer, Enlil silenced the masses. In Egypt, unnamed gods erased their names. In Gnostic law, ignorance became divine punishment. The recurring symbol of asterisk floods, devouring, silence, and oblivion, asterisk, all point to the same truth. Forgetting is the true apocalypse. As the mystics once said, he who remembers his origin is free. He who forgets becomes a god's plaything. What this story reveals is both tragic and profound. It's not about a god's cruelty, but about the fragility of meaning itself. Every civilization faces erasure from nature, from time, from its own mistakes. We fear gods who might erase us. But maybe the myth was always a warning to asterisk, remember? Asterisk, because when memory dies, truth follows. Disney told us gods protect creation. The ancients told us, sometimes, creation must protect itself from the gods. Maybe the god who tried to erase humanity didn't fail. Maybe he succeeded, a little, every time a name is forgotten. Every time a story fades. But as long as someone remembers Evan for a moment, the god loses again. So remember this story, because remembrance is resistance. If you made it this far, leave a like and subscribe to join our growing circle of mystic seekers. Until next time, stay curious, stay awake, and stay mystical.